Abizer Diwanji, founder of NeoStrat Advisors, is with us to give us a sense of what this means. Is this a turnaround moment for the bank or not? Perhaps too early to call. But Abizer, great to have you on. Thanks for taking this quick call in the morning. Would you say that he was perhaps among the best candidates? And it's a tall task ahead, right? There's a Ministry of Corporate Affairs probe that just opened. There's the SEBI investigation in terms of not front running, in terms of insider trading. And then the ongoing, investigations from the RBI on the derivative accounting, microfinance issues, etc. Your thoughts?
Yeah, no, first of all, yes, he's a very good candidate. And as has been said, his track record is great. But we've seen this copybook play out, right? We've seen it in Yes Bank, we saw it in RBL, we're now seeing it in IndusInd. I think the biggest challenge he would have is clearly balancing growth and credibility, creating the trust organization. It's a pity that even today, it's a key man which kind of drives sentiment. The key man should not drive the sentiment. The trust organization should drive the sentiment. And I think that's what he would strive to achieve over his time. Also, there are probes. You talked about some ROA issues. ROA issues in IndusInd actually seem to be one-time adjustments. This is not a systemic lower profitability game. So once the adjustments are taken care of, I think there will be a good adjusted ROA to work on. But he needs to build a trust organization going forward.
You have in the past spoken about what we've seen at IndusInd Bank. The consequence of that is that trust has become a collateral damage. So just to get back to the point, Abizer, about balancing growth and bringing in trust, the governance, the controls, do you think he will be able to deliver growth in the next 12 to 18 months as he does begin the process of repair and recovery? What is your own view?
I think it's an imperative. That he will generate growth. One first good part is that we've got somebody who has delivered growth in the past and somebody who's delivered growth with the right balance of governance. So in that sense, yes, I think he has the track record to do it, and I think he should do it. The risk, of course, always remains that you err or focus too much on the side of governance and kind of compromise growth. I don't think that is a desired approach, and I think. Knowing Rajiv from the past, I don't think he will do that. So I think we should see reasonable growth in the next 12 months.
Yeah, Abizer, I completely take your point. And I think with, what Mr. Anand brings to the table and what he's known for, scaling up the retail operations at Axis as well, I don't think growth is at all going to be, something that the market will have a question on. But with respect to the ongoing probes, because we don't have till now from the bank any comprehensive statement on what happened to the forensic audit, what is happening with RBI. Our colleague Timsy from Delhi was reporting that the MCA is looking at its own investigation as well. So would this still be an overhang? What would you expect over the coming few weeks and quarters?
Surabhi, this is part of any turnaround story. There is legacy attached. You deal with the legacy. Just that the people dealing with the legacy will be far more credible. And hence, the agencies or anybody else investigating would keep the issues behind, I guess, deal with the problems. Of course, we had Yes Bank also, where people had to deal with legacy problems. So you deal with the legacy problems, but at the end of the day, the credibility of the trust organization will make sure that these are dealt with better than what the legacy organization could have dealt with.
And Abizer, so then coming back to the point on growth, in terms of just strategy, putting the problems behind, in terms of strategy and pivots, and focus areas, would you expect any immediate pivots? Not immediate, but near-term pivots, say on a particular segment, not corporate, but retail or not wholesale, pull back from microfinance. Would you expect that in year one at all?
So, yeah, I think that the retail story sometimes has been overplayed and is too crowded a market. I think the mid-corporate and the medium to mid-corporate story is where India needs to find a niche, and we need actually a bank which focuses on that secured lending in the medium to I would not say small, the medium to large segment. And that's where I think if the focus is the ability to grow India would be phenomenal. And then, of course, there are other segments like project finance. I think it's something which the banking sector has not delivered up to. And if there is an ability to get to some of those large ticket things, I think there will be a marked change. The bank has to identify what their niche is going to be and then play to that.
Do you expect a lot of churn taking place at the leadership level? Some more exits following him from Axis or even from the other banks? And how will that impact?
The good part is that, some of the churn in IndusInd has already happened. So there are good vacant positions. So I think the leeway and the flexibility for him to do something in terms of getting the right kind of people is clearly there. So yeah, we hope that he will get the good team in place.
Okay. All right, Abizer, appreciate you joining in and giving us your take on IndusInd and how do you see things pan out. Wishing you a good day ahead.